Welcome back to Efficio's Transforming Public Procurement Microcast series, where we're here to break down key elements of the new regulations. Not too long ago, we had our bid manager talk about the new central digital platform from her point of view. And today, we have the returning guest, Adam Hill from Cabinet Office, who's helped to build the central digital platform, to talk about it from his point of view. So, welcome back, Adam. Thank you for coming back.
No problem, Yehui. It's good to be back, and I'm excited to talk about what benefits we're bringing for the supplier community.
That's great. So let's just start off with, do suppliers have to be registered on the system? And if so, do they need to do it from day one, i.e. the 24th of February?
So yes, if a supplier wants to bid for public contracting opportunities, they have to be registered because they're going to have to provide information to contracting authorities through the central digital platform, through FTS. They don't have to be registered on day one though, because the requirement is at bidding. That's when they start sharing the information. So if they're not bidding for anything, they don't necessarily have to be registered. So yeah, if they want to bid for contracts, get registered, but don't worry if you're not registered from the 24th of February. There's no pressure to be there on day one. It's when you start seeing things that you're interested in that you need to get on the system and start sharing your information.
So if you don't have to register from day one, what will happen to any saved searches or email alerts that you've set up?
Those will continue. So we're not stopping anything. People will still get alerts associated with saved searches and watch notices from previous PCR notices, etc., etc. We're not taking any of that away. So again, don't worry. You don't need to be registered on day one to keep that going. But when you do register, if you use the same email address as the one you had before, we'll be able to just carry across anything that's associated with your profile now and match it to your new profile after you've registered.
Right. That's great to know. And what about the share code? So our bid manager talked a bit about the share code last time, and also, is there a need to create a new code every time you bid? What is it?
So the share code is what suppliers are using to share their information through an e-sender system. So they give the code to the e-sender to say, here is how you come and get my data from the central digital platform using the API. Effectively, what they do is suppliers will go in and they'll store information associated with the questions that they always get asked time and time again, but the answers don't really change. So this is around their basic information, economic and financial standing, connected persons, mandatory and discretionary exclusions, etc., etc. You always ask them, the answers don't generally change. So they store that information in Central Digital Platform, in FTS, and then when they need to share it, generate a share code or they download it depending on how the contracting authorities ask for it. If their data doesn't change, they don't need to generate a new share code or download a new file. They can continue to use the one they originally created. It's only if their data changes. So if they have more connected persons, for example, or they upload updated accounts, at that point, when they bid for something, they'll need to generate a new code. But no, if your data doesn't change, you can use the one code time and time again. It's entirely fine.
That's helpful to know. And the other thing, as a supplier, what I'm really excited about is pipelines and transparency notices. We've had to always go to different government departments to trawl through the pipelines. And I'm really excited about all the transparency notices. So when do we get to see all of that?
So the regulations require departments to start publishing pipelines from the 1st of April plus 56 days. They've got 56 days to comply with that. On new FDS, the pipelines will be one notice per pipeline entry. So before you would have looked at a spreadsheet and you go department. Now you can get one notice per line. And so you'll be able to search for the types of things that you're interested in. So you'll get a view when you do your searches, results across multiple departments for the same kind of work. And because now we've introduced functionality to allow contracting authorities to link their notices, suppliers will also be able to see everything that's coming off the pipeline and link back to it, so they can see, okay, this one pipeline notice might generate 3, 4, 5 procurement opportunities, etc., and they can follow it all the way through, and then that might help inform bidding next time. So when the contract is renewed, they know actually this is worth watching because there are so many opportunities falling off it. So yeah, so from the 1st of April, those notices will start appearing. As I said, departments have 56 days to comply and start putting them up on the system.
So in the meantime, where can suppliers get more information on how the system works and how to register?
So we've put a load of stuff up on gov.uk now. Our policy colleagues and comms teams have been working really, really hard with us to get videos, how-to guides, fact sheets, loads of information. So if people just go onto gov.uk and search public procurement, guidance for suppliers, a whole load of stuff will come up. They can watch at their leisure or download and take away just to get themselves familiar and ready for the 24th of February. Though, as I said, don't worry if you're not registered on the 24th of February. There's no panic. You're not going to miss out on anything. Just be ready for when you need to start bidding.
Thank you so much, Adam, for coming back. And we look forward to having you post go live to talk more about how the platform has evolved. I hope you enjoyed today's microcast. Please do post any thoughts or questions in the chat and get in touch with Adam or myself for any future topics that you might want to hear about. We'll see you again.